And I believe that it is disciples that make it into the kingdom of God. And he says, if anyone comes to me, and then he uses this word hate. And we know what this means. It's hating the alternative. Anything that will put other things first to God. In other words, our time, our commitment, our love, our devotion, everything to him. Unless we are willing to allow the Holy Spirit to work that hate within our hearts for the alternative. And he goes on, and whoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So of course, the cross does that work. The cross, which we are to take up daily and follow him, is for one purpose, and that is to die on. So we die daily, the Bible tells us. Now, if we are truly on the cross, then what does the cross do? It places 2 nails within your hands and a nail for the 2 feet. That's how they crucified them. And we can take the spiritual analogy of that, where the cross enables us to let go of the self-life, to let go and trust God totally, completely. Because what alternative can you do if you are placed upon a cross? Jesus let go of everything. He even handed over his mother. He could take none of the world with him when he was nailed to that cross. In other words, it means he was utterly dependent upon his Father, who would raise him up, who would be that sin bearer for the world, and to deal with the curse, the punishment of sin. He had to let go of everything, including his life. And here is the same analogy. In other words, we are to hate the alternative to God, or anything that gets in the way, that hinders our commitment and putting the Lord first. And he goes right to the family. He goes right to those things that will try and rob us of our time, our commitment with God. And then he says in verse 27, what will do this? And it will be the cross. Because the cross crucifies us. And the cross means that both your hands, your feet, which is what we work with, which is what we walk with, that's what makes us independent, that's what makes us functional in this life. He's using that analogy that is placed to the cross, so that we are no longer able to walk or use our hands. We are placed there on that cross. And that is why we walk by faith and not by sight. And that is why we surrender all unto the Lord. Here are these wonderful analogies. And it is so sad that so few in churches preach and teach it as it says. So this is why I'm calling this teaching today, Hating the